Yo, what's good, people? Izzy Max here, back again, bringing you another PDL match. This match is against the Erickos Nation Cydaquils, and you see my team on the left-hand side and his team down below. To preface this game, I was not expecting him to bring Trick Room, which you will see in the game. I was expecting him to bring setup offense with bulky Muck and Cresselia. But without further ado, I did bring a physically defensive mill tank, a life orb roost substitute Hydreigon. I brought a specially defensive Seismitoad to kind of check that Mega Swampert. I brought dual Scarfers in Shaman and Rotom, and with his speed tiers being pretty low, I did end up bringing a King's Rock Jirachi. So let's go ahead and jump into the game. I do lead with Hydreigon. It has a decent match. It is carrying Earth Power and Dark Pulse. And I kind of knew he was going to lead with one of the Psychic types. And that Trick Room, as soon as I seen that, I knew I was in trouble. But that did 52, and I believe, I don't remember my calcs, but I believe this Dark Pulse was actually a roll. But without that, I do go back into Miltank. I was expecting him to switch out, not knowing that he was carrying Superpower. I might have been expecting like a Power-Up Punch. But he is going to switch out into Cresselia, as I do just go for the Earthquake. This set was Milk Drink, Earthquake, Stealth Rocks. Seeing now, I probably should have set Stealth Rocks and let Miltank go down. I just wasn't thinking about it. But Muck here, and I can't even get the burn. The King's Rock kind of proves useless in this game, but Miltank is going to go down, as I do just sack it off to the Muck just to get Trick Room out of the way, as now I know that this Muck is Assault Vest, as it knocks out Hydreigon. I do switch back into the Jirachi here, and I know he's going to try to set up Trick Room again since it's over, and I have to try and get these flinches, as King's Rock Jirachi only gets one flinch, which kind of sucks, but that's what had to happen, as I do switch out into Seismitoad. As he goes for a knockout, if he gets the crit, Seismitoad would have been able to live 3 of them, as I do knock that Assault Vest. And if that crit didn't happen, Seismitoad would have been able to hit Muck with an Earthquake. And then he gets the poison on the knockoff of my Rotom, which is unfortunate. My Jirachi can't get the RNG in my favor, but he's getting all of it in his. As I go for the Volt Switch on Azumarill, I know he's going to try to Belly Drum. I don't expect him to be Sap Sipper. It doesn't make sense for my team, as all I have is Shaman. Aqua Jet, Shaman kind of eats that up and knocks the Azumarill out with a Seed Flare. As he goes back into Cresselia, this is Scarf Shaman. I'm just going to continue to click Seed Flare. As I do get the special attack or special defense drop, so he does kind of have to switch out. He goes into T-Tart, and I know I can two-shot this and live a Fire Punch. I invested a lot of bulk into this Shaman. As I do live that Fire Punch, I was actually a high roll, and I knock out the T-Tar. And Shaman is going to go down there to the sand. He brings back out his Cresselia, and all I have is my Rotom. I really don't want to send Jirachi out in Trick Room, as here Trick Room is going to run out. And if I would have just went for the Overheat, the Cresselia would have died. But he does go for Lunar Dance as the Cresselia goes down. And now I am only left with the Jirachi. And my plan is I have to pretty much Iron Head stall him, which sucks. I'm trying to burn these Trick Room turns. As I'm able to do that with my sub, I do live on 1, and I get 1 flinch. So Iron Head Jirachi only claims 2 flinches this entire game, which is kind of unfortunate. And it goes down, and we end up losing. So that does bring us to 1-1 plus 2. The schedule is still very fine. I didn't bring my anti-Trick Room. Mega Steelix was a cut at the last minute, which is kind of unfortunate. Mega Steelix would have had a great game, I feel like. And also, I brought dual Scarfers to a Trick Room match, which kind of ended up screwing me over. And, yeah, I mean, that's what it is. Good game to my boy Erickos. His channel will be linked in the description down below. Go ahead and check him out and drop him a sub. He's a great battle, and he does a lot of streaming of Pokemon and Smash, if that's what you're interested in. But without further ado, I will see you in the next one. Peace.